Okay, let's see if this works. This video isn't really meant for anybody. I'm just kind of testing out how well iMovie works and how well the video on my iPhone is. And I'm just gonna do something. I decided I'm gonna solve a Rubik's Cube for you guys. And I have a couple different camera angles I'm gonna try to use and edit between the two, and no big deal. I'm gonna go for like an 8-minute video. I don't know, and just see how long it takes to use iMovie and edit a clip together, and see how long it takes to export to the computer and how long to upload it to YouTube. It's really just a test. So if you're watching this, there's not really a target audience for this video. This is just me playing with my stuff. So for those of you that don't really know about Rubik's Cubes, it's just a little puzzle for kids. And I suppose I will put the tutorial that I used on the description below so you guys can at least follow along with me. I've memorized how to do this, but I don't know like the move names, so I couldn't like spout that off with you. So if you want to follow along, I'll send you the link in the description below, the website I used, and you guys can follow along there. You shouldn't use this video for how to solve a Rubik's Cube, because I'm just going to kind of go along with it, but I'm going to be using the basic beginner's method, is what they call it, and it's not the fastest way to solve a Rubik's Cube at all. This is just the easiest way to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I think there's like 5 major algorithms you have to memorize. And there's different patterns and things you need to recognize, and when to do certain algorithms and when not to, and in certain situations you have to do things, and that's all it is. So it's really not that difficult. I'm just gonna mess up my cube here, and every time somebody comes over to my house, they always go, "Oh, yeah, you've never messed up your Rubik's Cube," and I'm like, "Well, actually, I solve it all the time, and it takes me about a minute and a half. Not particularly trying hard, just kind of do it, you know? So there you go. I haven't memorized what I've done here. This is just a messed up cube, so you can see. It's all just... No, this isn't impressive. I don't sit here and trying to boast about what I'm doing here. This is just me. I just messed up my Rubik's Cube, and again, I'm just trying to see how well my iMac works. So I suppose I'm going to address this camera like I'm talking to this camera, but when I try, I'm going to try to solve the cube with my move sequences with my other camera, my iPhone, and I'll try to switch back and forth. So the first thing you want to do is get your white cross, right? You have the white cube in the middle, it doesn't move, it's always there. You're going to try to line up the other 4 white pieces, and you can do that by looking at the sides and matching up. Like, okay, so this is blue and this is white, so you need to find a blue-white edge piece and put it there. So I'm gonna get to work here. So I think this is about where I want to be. All right. Okay, so there you go, blue and white. Okay, so sometimes you've got your white piece here, right? And that is your red piece here. And if you notice, this piece here is in the right location, it's just backwards. So there's actually an algorithm for that, to take that piece and flip it around, but not mess up your 3 others that you've figured out. So what you do is that algorithm. So that gives you your cross. Next, you want to get your corners figured out. You got your 4 corners that need to be white. That's the next stage. So same thing as before, you're going to take a green and a red piece that's got white on it, and you're going to find it. And you're going to put it below where you want it to go. So here you go, that's green. I don't know if you can see, but green, red, and white. Simple as that. And just do it all for all four corners. So here you go, I've got all white on the top, and that's where I'm at right now. And you can see this ring should be all the same color. Now you want to flip it around, like that, and you've got your four corners that are all different, colors. Now you want to find the pieces that go on either edge of these and line it up here, and there's an algorithm for that. So that's easy enough. You can see that now I have two rows that are all solved, and the top row's all just whatever, but the bottom two rows are all solved, and that's what you want. And now you're going to try to solve, well, this situation's a little different. Normally you wouldn't have a cross. You would have to solve this, and that's a separate algorithm that you have to know. There's actually a couple different algorithms you have to know to be able to solve that cross. This is already just so happens to be here. So now we're going to try to get the four corners, and there's another algorithm you need to know for that. And this certain situation, I've got two corners already solved. They're not necessarily in the right location. These happen to be, but it doesn't matter. I've got two locations solved. So I find one. This piece here means it's pointed down, and that's how I do my algorithm. Oh, I just messed it all up. Well, let's just resolve all this. Oh, the damage isn't too bad. I can fix it. Alright, it's all good. Everything's fine. Alright, so here we are. Like I said, I didn't really mess anything up. I just had to go back and move. Everything's good, and I have all my yellows on the top. So, no big deal. Now, if you can tell, I can just line up that blue. I'm actually skipping another step because these two pieces are already in place. So I have the back is all good. These two pieces are on the green side. I literally have the last algorithm. So there's one more move set that I have to do that will basically just rotate these pieces counterclockwise or clockwise, whichever way they need to go. So what I'm looking for right now is this green piece needs to go here. So I need to go counterclockwise with all three of these pieces. So I've got red here, orange here, and green here. They all need to go counterclockwise around the cube. So I hold this blue part back away from me, and there's two different algorithms. They're basically the same thing. There's just two moves that are either clockwise or counterclockwise. And last move set, right? Let's see if I can't mess this up. And that's it. Solved Rubik's Cube. Completely solved. Look at that. Yep. And that's it. That's no big deal. And I hit my mark, 9 minutes. So let's see if I can't see how this works. Thanks for watching.